This is day 15 of the Happiness Project. I like to get to the bottom of things, the cause of things, rather than try to cover things over. And what I'm going to talk about today is something which is not known by most doctors, not known by most psychologists, not known by most psychiatrists, and is known by nearly every naturopath on the planet. And it's a very simple thing. If there was a drug which would boost your energy, your mental health, your emotional health, and would help you feel happier, would you take it? Would you want it? Would you want your doctor to recommend it? Would you want your psychiatrist, your psychologist to recommend it? Would you think it ought to be the very first thing on the list? Oh, and by the way, it's got no side effects. None. No side effects. So would you take it? If you were offered it, would you take it? And it lowers cholesterol. Helps your heart. Helps your thinking, clears your concentration. Helps your energy, lifts your energy. Gives you more. Scientifically proven to lift your energy. Lower depression, lower anxiety. And no side effects. Would you take it? And it costs less than a cup of coffee a day to get adequate amounts of it into your body to do all those things. Would you take it? If you were offered it, would you take it? Of course you would. I would, and I'm sure you would, if you knew that those things were true. And I can guarantee those things are true. So what stops doctors, psychologists, and psychiatrists offering you that drug when you're not happy as the very first thing they offer you? Well, important fact, it's not a drug. It's natural. It has no side effects. It costs less than a cup of coffee a day. It is available readily over the counter in health food shops, in pharmacies. And the very best of it is with naturopaths, because they've studied it, they know what it's all about, and they know how to use those nutrients, because this is natural stuff. They know how to use those nutrients to boost the physical health, the mental health, and the emotional health of their clients. So what is this miracle stuff? Well, it's called the B group vitamins. Now, you'll see a lot of things written on pages from people trying to put down the naturopathic profession, trying to put down natural healing, that talk about having expensive P. And that's true. You will have more expensive P. Absolutely, you will. And in fact, if you take the B group vitamins, your P is going to come out yellow, bright fluorescent yellow. Hey, doesn't matter what color your P comes out. What matters is what the B vitamins are doing inside your body. What matters is how they affect your happiness. What matters is how they affect your body, how they affect your brain, how they affect you and your vitality and your energy and the way that you can go about your life. I've been doing this stuff for over 30 years. And the very first person I ever came across who had depression, I gave the B group vitamins to when I was in the health food shop as I was studying to be a naturopath. And he came back 2 weeks later and he said, I don't have depression anymore. And I thought, bloody hell, I didn't know it could do that. And it was B group vitamins, along with some general food advice. Because if you don't have sufficient of the B group vitamins, if you don't have sufficient of B1, or B2, or B3, or B5, or B6, or B12, or the cofactors, your digestion isn't going to work properly. It's not going to be as functional as it could be. That is going to affect the capacity of your body to build the neurotransmitters that are needed by your brain. And that is going to affect the fogginess of your head, the way you feel about yourself, all different sorts of things. Yes, I know. There are emotional things. There are other mental things that go on. There's spiritual things that go on. And we'll get to them as we go along. But we're just talking today about the physical reality of the B group vitamins. And if you want better health, there's no better place to start than working out what your physical body actually needs so it can feed your head with the right neurotransmitters and get oxygen through to your brain and get glucose through to your brain and regulate your blood sugars and do all these other things that the B group vitamins do. And if your doctor hasn't recommended that you take vitamin B and you go in there and you say, I'm unhappy, and all they're going to do is look for an emotional cause, then they are missing the point of what your physical body is about. Because depression, anxiety, and lack of happiness are not just emotional issues. They are physical issues as well. You know, I picked up a book this morning on depression, 300 pages on depression in here, and not one mention of the B group vitamins. Not one. How the hell does that happen? Not one. Why do I say this? Well, very simple. B1, the health of your nerves. Without sufficient B1, your nerves are not going to function effectively. By the way, it also affects your initiative. It affects depression, poor memory, lack of concentration, can't cope with tomorrow, IBS, ulcerative colitis, all affected by a deficiency of vitamin B1. B2, check out B2. Same stuff as B1 and extra joy of living. Who would like some more of that? Would you like some more of that extra joy of living? Then all the other deficiencies apply as well. Oh, by the way, B2 is the one that gives you the expensive urine, the bright yellow urine. So there's nothing wrong with having bright yellow urine if you've got more bounce in your step and you have a better sense of your energy and your vitality. And then B3, resistance to stress, and it helps you to relax. You know, if you're not happy, wouldn't you like to lower your stress levels and help you to relax? Look, your circumstances may not change, but it's not the circumstances which make us unhappy. It's the way we feel about our circumstances. And if you can change your feeling by regulating your neurotransmitters a natural way, then by God, why not do it? So, deficiency, same as B1 and B2, plus irritability. I mean, who's unhappy would be irritable? Can you imagine anybody like that? General tiredness, poor digestion, headaches, arthritis, high cholesterol, and the big one, schizophrenia. Schizophrenia has been cured over and over again using vitamin B3 in high enough doses. Now, you don't do that by yourself. If you have those sort of symptoms or tendencies, you need professional help. But you also need the B group vitamin sufficient doses that you get adequate amounts of neurotransmitters for your brain. And here's the other thing. Your brain is never deficient of any of the antidepressants. It's never been deficient of the antidepressants. They can help you. But if you want to get over the hump of depression, you need to make sure your physical body is working efficiently. And what else can you do? Well, all the B group vitamins are essential for a healthy body and mind. And if that's what you want, then you can have it. And here at Aussie Blokes Talk, we're all about that. We're all about helping you have energy, have vitality, have a clear brain, thinking clearly, acting clearly, feeling good about yourself, enjoying your life, whether you're sleeping in the back of your car because your circumstances aren't right, or whether you're not getting on with your partner, your wife, your husband, whoever it may be, because the B group vitamins help with your blood sugar. They help to regulate your blood sugar so you don't have highs and lows of energy. The B group vitamins help to clear your brain so you can think more clearly. The B group vitamins are essential for your happiness. Because if you can take a 300-page book and you can replace half of it with the B group vitamins, your life will be a lot better. And I'm not having a shot at the author per se, because that is just the way thinking goes in the mental health field. But I can guarantee you, part of helping you get out of depression, getting out of anxiety, getting out of mental health issues is to make sure that you are regularly taking and regulating your intake of the B group vitamins. And here at Aussie Blokes Talk, in our skill building programs, we make sure that your biochemistry is assessed to see what your needs are. And if that's part of your needs, that's one of the first things that I would suggest for you. And the reason is it's essential for your mental health. And your mental health governs the level of happiness that you're going to feel. This is just hard for me to understand. It is hard for me to understand how someone can write a 300-page book and not mention the B vitamins. I don't understand it. Because I've been dealing with this stuff for 30 years, and I know that I can influence things in people. I can help them get temporarily happy through the emotional work that I do with hypnotherapy. I can take them back to a past life. I can heal the past life. I can take them to their childhood. I can help them heal the traumas. I can help them do all those things. I can help them heal relationship trauma. But without the right biochemistry, the right balance in their body, that may not cure their depression, because it's not where the answers lie. And why the hell would I be helping someone if I don't do the whole job? That's why we measure the biochemistry. That's why I use RBTI analysis, urine saliva analysis, finding out where your biochemistry is, finding out what is wrong physically can help me to help you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. There are no surprises. There are no surprises as in what could possibly be causing this, what could be causing that. It's a systematic process of going through steps to help you move from I feel lousy to I feel great. I feel unhappy to I feel happy. Is that what you want? I mean, it's what I want. And in a way, it's how I live my life. And my belief is that everyone can have that. And part of it is to get the right neurotransmitters for the brain. And drugs don't know what neurotransmitters you need. Your body knows. Your body knows it needs the B group vitamins. And if you believe in God, God knows you need the B group vitamins. Why do I say that? Well, because they're in all the healthy foods that your body loves. They're in brown rice. They're not in white rice as much. They're in decent bread. They're not in white bread as much. They're in fish. They're in the meats. They're in the different foods that your body craves, which are healthy foods. They're not in the rubbish. They took them out of the white bread, the white flour. They made the white flour easy to bake bread because the other stuff is harder to bake. But it interferes with our gut. It interferes with our nutrient load that our body needs. So what are you going to do for your body? What do you want for your body? Do you want happiness? Are you willing to take a chance, spending less than a cup of coffee a day on some B group vitamins, and hopefully professional ones, that will make a difference in your life? You know, I've been taking B group, I'm 69, I've been taking B group vitamins for over 30 years. Since I first studied nutrients, since since I first heard a guy stand on stage and tell me the answers over 36 years ago. He stood on stage and I said, I want to be out there. I want to be saying the same things. I want to be answering people's questions. I want to be there to help people. That's why this series on happiness, because happiness, I believe, is a fundamental right. Yet in order to have it, you have to be willing to learn new skills. You have to be willing to learn what's stopping you from being happy. And in 300 pages, no mention of the B group vitamins, how's that going to work for you if that's what you need? So you've got to cover all the bases. We have to cover the physical bases. We have to cover the mental bases. We have to cover the emotional bases. And we have to cover the spiritual basis for the cause of your unhappiness. And if you don't do that, you're missing a lot of the answers to your problems. And that doesn't work for me. That's not what I'm about. I'm about finding causes. I'm about helping people look at issues in their life. And part of that is the physical issues with the B group vitamins. Part of it is healing the childhood issues, the teenage, the relationship, the work issues. Part of it is going back to a past life if necessary. It doesn't matter. All I'm interested in is helping you do what you said you wanted in the very first video that we did, #1 video, where the goal was that you set your intent. What do you want? Because if you want it, my belief is you can have it. And the way that you get it is to look at the physical, look at the mental, look at the emotional, look at the spiritual, and see what you are lacking in your life. And when you know what you are lacking, if it is the B group vitamins, supplement them. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff over the shelf doesn't have enough of the right nutrients in them, the right cofactors in them to really make a difference that the professional ones do. That's why I only use the professional B vitamins and other professional products as well, because I just find they give a better result and I can measure the result. So through the stress evaluation questionnaire, which we now have up on the website on aussieblokestalk.com.au, there's a stress evaluation questionnaire that you can go through, and it asks questions about traumas, it asks questions about depression and anxiety, and it's based on the symptoms, because I know that the symptoms are the things that are going to come down, and I want to measure it. I want to measure the changes that you have made as we work through these issues. What's changed in your life in the symptoms that you're going through? And I know if you get the right amount of nutrients, if you have the right things in your body, your symptoms will come down. I know you will think clearer. I know you will have more energy. I know you will feel more vibrant. And by the way, libido also picks up. You have more energy for that stuff. Not over the top, but just picks up. Strong energy, if you know what I mean. So, what do you want? Do you want happiness? Do you have it already in your life? And if you do, I don't imagine why you're watching these set of videos. But if you don't, there are ways to create it for yourself, and they are natural ways. The natural ways of finding the right nutrients for your body. And it's not just the B group vitamins, it's also calcium, it's magnesium, it's potassium, it's eating the right foods for your body. It's working on those 4 building blocks, getting the right amount of water, the right food, the right minerals, and the right enzymes into your body. And here's the deal. If the food doesn't have the B group vitamins in it, you can't make the enzymes. If the food doesn't have the minerals in it, you can't make the enzymes. So the importance is to understand there are systematic ways of helping you with your happiness, and we are here to help you with that. Because what we are doing here at Aussie Blokes Talk, we are helping you learn new skills. Skills which can help you reach a higher level of energy, a clearer focus, a better concentration, more vibrant energy, more aliveness in your life, more ability to function, to walk, to do things that you want to do, to be better equipped to live your life in a healthy way. That's what we teach. So if you want some of that, check out our website, aussieblokestalk.com.au. Look at what and how we can help you. We have programs on, well, happiness is one. We have programs on depression. We have programs on anxiety. We have programs on stress. All of these things can help you live a happier life. Unfortunately, though, if you don't take some action, nothing is liable to change. Because this is a hard road. I'd like to offer you something easier. Something where you can see a difference within 30 days. And that's what our programs are about. Our programs are about you. What are your needs? Not someone else's. Not your partner's needs. Not your mother's, your father's, anybody else's needs. Not your brothers, your sisters, your sons and daughters. Not their needs. They're about you and your needs. What are your needs? What are you going to do about them? And it doesn't matter whether you've got traumas buried in the past. It doesn't matter whether your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, kicked you to the curb. It doesn't matter about any of that. What matters is, what are you going to do about it? Because we have questions, such as the stress evaluation questionnaire, and we know your answers are inside of you. I don't have your answers. You do. I've proven that time and time again. But through our assessment of the urine and saliva, through our ability to understand what's going on with your biochemistry, that's how we can make a difference in your life. And through the understanding of what creates the mental anguish you're going through and how to deal with the issues in your life, that's what helps us understand you. And when we understand you, we can help you. So, hey, I hope this has been helpful for you. There, we can post a lot more about the B group vitamins, can answer questions if you've got them. But just for instance, the B group vitamins are essential to make the stress hormones in your body. They are essential to balance the neurotransmitters that feed your brain and help the energy throughout your whole body. And without those things, it is very difficult to have happiness. So this is David Lomman, Naturopath, Hypnotherapist, Holistic Practitioner, signing out, letting you know that there are answers when you ask the right questions. Bye for now.